Yep. Hello. We are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And on time. Let's see. What will the day go for now? Yesterday we didn't really do much except talk to a couple of NPCs. I think that's what we're going to do here today. So don't expect a lot of action this stream. So if you want to come by and chat, cool. But we're not going to have much in the way of the whole combat and testing builds and whatnot.
Godspeed.
Alright, Rotor Hawkblade. Seeing like to discuss your investigation and the events at Heaven's Edge again. Naturally, I'll tell you everything you wish to know. Nope, we talked to everything. Alright. No more questions, of course. Tell me more about yourself, Inquisitor. I want to know who I'm dealing with. I am Ulfin by birth, but I have lived in Mendev for most of my life, dedicating myself to the service of the Inheritor. My warrior brethren mostly worship Gorm, but I've never been eager to fight for the sake of battle alone. I was a good fighter in my early youth, and could easily best most of my peers. But I didn't enjoy showing off my skills. Victory was bland on its own. Purpose adds flavor to war. I can't say that I have always been a faithful sword of Iomedae. Back in my mercenary days, fate brought me to the borders of Mendev, where I spent quite a long time among the Crusaders, fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms, and watching demons commit their atrocities eventually led me to something I had been seeking my whole life. Purpose and faith. That is how I found my calling. Even though it may be hard at times, I've never regretted my decision. Cool. I have to go. Alright. Moving on. Who else is there to talk to? Alright, Socio.
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
A young cleric stands before an easel, his brush hovering over the canvas without touching it. Instead of painting, the young man absent-mindedly gazes at the sky of Canabris, which is still streaked with towering plumes of black smoke. Finally he notices you and smiles, shaking off his stupor.
It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes. The flash, however, could be seen miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
Who are you, and how could you possibly be of use to my army?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons are the very embodiment of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy.
Socio smiles with embarrassment.
I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and happiness in the world that they are defending so selflessly.
What are you painting? The cleric's eyes linger mournfully on the canvas. The unfinished painting depicts a temple crowned with a rainbow-tailed bird, the symbol of Shaylin. 5 people dressed in robes stand before the temple, men and women, young and old. They all gaze back at you with radiant happiness and joy in their serene eyes.
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabris, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple.
The cleric shakes his head in sorrow.
I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
Zosiel touches the edge of the canvas gently, as if patting a friend's shoulder in consolation. Well, naturally, I'm gonna go for the good option, so yeah, good. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I will never forget that I owe them my life. Every minute of it, every breath that I take, is a gift they gave me. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
You wanted to discuss something with me, right?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabris behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city. Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort. I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
It was nice meeting you. Now I have to go.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years, but you've given us a chance at victory.
Alright, let's see. Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? Tell me about yourself. To be honest, I don't have much to tell. I had done little with life until I met you. But if you want to know anything, just ask. Where are you from? From Andoran. I grew up on the outskirts of Carpendon, a large, rich city surrounded by gardens and vineyards. Just imagine, miles and miles of greenery and fragrant orchards. Socio inhales with pleasure as if he could still sense the aromas of his faraway homeland. My family had... give me a sec. And... there. There. Okay. Right. My family had a small winery. I worked there from a young age. I pressed juice, did a little carpentry, painted, and one day I discovered I could do more with paint than simply cover walls with it. There was a temple of Shellen nearby. My brother and I would often spend our days there, listening to music and enjoying the stained glass windows. As a boy, my brother decided to devote himself to serving the Eternal Rose. Our parents hoped that at least I would remain to run the family business, but... He makes an apologetic gesture and flashes a disarming smile. It can't be helped. The goddess called me, too. It's all right. I have plenty of cousins, second cousins, and other relatives. When this war is over, I'll go back there and see how they're doing. Instead of working as a craftsman, you decided to serve a deity? An interesting turn of fate. Socio nods with a smile. Some clerics are proud of their tender hands, which have never touched anything heavier than a brush. But there's nothing ugly about hard-earned calluses. Indeed, I should say that saving the world is easier with strong hands. Oh, hey, Atrocious. Hey, sorry I'm late. I'm still looking for a portrait. No need to be sorry. I can understand the struggle of looking for something that's just right. Good luck, especially since you can't commission others to do it. Continue. Right. The smile disappears from Social's face, and he looks down, adding, I'm sorry these hands couldn't save the people who died in Canabras. So you're an artist? The cleric smiles shyly. That's too grand a word for it, but yes. I love to paint and I know how to. Of course, a crusade isn't the best place for art. What I managed to draw here is at best sketches. I hope when this war is over, I'll be able to turn them into real paintings. Let's see. Fascinating. May I see your sketches? Yeah. No, interesting. Too bad I don't know anything about art. Unfortunately, in this place and time, the art of war is more important. You are an expert in that, which means we may yet see a time when people in these lands carelessly paint, write books, and sing songs again. Alright. How did you end up in Canabras? A grim shadow falls over the cleric's face. I was hoping to find Trevor in the city, my brother. After my brother took his vows and was ordained a paladin of Shellen, he departed for the crusade. He wrote home often about everything he saw, his battles, the people he helped. From his letters, I learned that he had joined the Eagle Watch in Canabras, but soon his letters became infrequent, and then they stopped altogether. We learned news of his death, or we feared news of his death, but silence was our only answer. Not a word from him, or from his command, or his brothers in arms, nothing. In the end, I couldn't wait any longer, and I came here myself to find Trevor, if he's still alive, or his grave if he should have perished. But my brother seems to have vanished. I tried asking the other paladins, but they refused to talk to me. And it's very much like they're trying to avoid the need to lie. I sent official requests to their orders command, still I wait in vain for an answer. I joined the local church of Shellen, hoping to find out the truth one day, but the city was attacked by demons. When your brother was preparing to become a paladin of Shellen, did he learn some kind of art too? Yes. Socio smiles warmly. He's always been a good wood carver. Toys, whistles, window frames. Our house was the most beautiful in the area, all dressed in his wooden filigree. From the railing on the stairs to the wonder bird on the roof. You must love your brother very much to follow him here. You have no idea how much. I would follow him to the end of the world, into the abyss itself, if need be. Trevor is an amazing man. I know he's alive. He's too stubborn to die. I hope one day he joins us, and then we will surely triumph. And you end up at the court of Queen Galfrey. The cleric looks down. When the city was attacked by demons, there was a hospital in our church. Every one of us was prepared to fight to the last, to cover the evacuation. But our Mother Superior wouldn't let me join the fight. She sent me for help, and everyone who stayed was killed. Why did she choose me? Maybe it was because I was new, the youngest and least experienced of the clerics, and I wouldn't be much help in battle. Or maybe she was giving me a chance to survive while the rest of them bravely died. Shellen be my witness. I did not ask for this. I would be honored to lay my own head next to theirs. I ran to the closest Mendevian garrison. I don't know by what miracle I got there. There were demons all around, and everything was on fire. I remember my horse was killed right under me while I fought off some shrieking monsters. But when I came to, I awoke among friends. My first thought was that it must be a dream. In my delirium, Queen Galfrey herself was dressing my wounds. But it was true. It was the Queen herself, tending to a lowly warrior. That's how I ended up in her army. I marched with them back to Canabras, to the ruins. Neat. How did you manage to always look like you're on your way to a tea party, not a battle? Socio looks down for a few moments, searching in silence for the right words. At last he softly replies, "When I first got here to the World Wound, you know, the word terror doesn't convey half of what I felt. The land itself here is maimed and mutilated, desecrated. But more frightening still is what the war does to people, to their bodies and souls. For every knight in shining armor, there are 100 warriors whose souls are maimed with fear, suffering, and cruelty. Many have forgotten why they're here, and now know only war. When there's a break in the fighting, they drink themselves into oblivion and wallow in the mud. They're rotting alive and don't even seek help. They gave up on themselves a long time ago. Socio looks you in the face and you see pain in his eyes. Don't misunderstand me. I don't condemn them. Quite the opposite. I want to help. And to do so, I must look after myself first. Not only to treat and support them, but to remind them that there is something else besides war. There's a normal world out there. A place where blood doesn't stain the ground and people don't sleep in trenches. And a place where, as you said, they even occasionally have tea parties. The cleric smiles, but his eyes seem sad. You do so much to help others. I want you to know whenever you yourself need support, you can count on me.
I don't like these.
Thanks for caring. I'm glad I now have a friend like you. I used to have no one to rely on besides my goddess. A shadow crosses Social's face momentarily, but it's immediately replaced with an inspiring smile. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I promise I won't neglect myself. To serve others, I must have strength. Testing. Alright, okay. What is a servant of the goddess of beauty doing in a war zone? I am doing what the goddess destined me for, to keep our fighters safe. I am confident in our victory. The gods of good are on our side, so we cannot fail. But victory is not enough. I do whatever I can to help those who are holding off the forces of the abyss, so they may live long enough to see victory, without losing themselves along the way. Every one of our soldiers deserves a home where people love them and are waiting for their return. When our soldiers are finally able to go home, on that day, I may earn the right to lay down my weapons forever. Your art is so touching. Perhaps I could pose for a portrait sometime. Just you and... No, I'm not saying that. Thank you for telling me about yourself. Social nods to you with a smile. Tell me about your brother. Trevor. He's always been my hero, ever since we were children. I was a coward, always telling petty lies, always running away from danger. Trevor always ran toward it. He had this saying, an army stands until peace comes, a lie stands until the truth comes out. He never lied, never let injustice pass, never... The cleric's voice trembles and breaks, and he shakes his head. He was 8 when he said he was going to be a paladin, and he always went toward that goal, day after day, never looking back. I remember the day he went off to fight. I thought, this is it. The war will finally end. Trevor will defeat all the demons and close the world wound, but... Social gestures helplessly. It's official. I sincerely hate that artists prefer to draw French girls instead of making actual art. What do you mean French? What are you talking about French girls? What's wrong with a girl that's from France? Thank you for talking to me. My pleasure. I think that's everybody, though. Oh, wait, no. Poor Damon. There you are. I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arende estate someday. Watch Titanic. You mean the movie with the boat and the iceberg?
I don't get how that's SpongeBob.
If there's anything else titled Titanic, that's the only one I know about. I'm not sure what you're referencing. The one chick that stays on the boat while the one guy sinks to his death scene?
That's so messy.
Alright, anyway, let's see. What was I? Oh, yeah. I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arende estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. You know the quote, that's why I'm calling it French Girls. I don't know the quote. At least whichever quote you're referring to. Darren seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior and I'm your advisor, I am obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. I'm sure your girlfriend knows the quote. She must have seen the movie. I doubt it. Let's see. People who like anime and such don't usually look for olden movies. Although I guess they did have a remake of it.
Flying a fruit to our garden.
Alright. Are you really going to throw a banquet at the very place where your whole family died? Damon purses his lips for a moment before replying in a bored drawl. Yes, what of it? Am I supposed to weep and quake with fear for the rest of my life? I've stayed away from the damn place for 10 years, and now I'm going to return there to drink, dance, and be merry without a care in the world. You can keep your squeamish disapproval to yourself. Alright, deal. Perfect. You'll have a ball, I'm sure of it. Something strange flickers in Damon's smile. Alright then. Ask your girlfriend if she wants you to draw her like one of your French girls. She'll get it. I want to draw you like one of my French girls. Do you get it?
What?
Her response is what's in confusion in her voice. And she asks, what am I talking about? I always have to explain everything with you. Yes. You're the knowledgeable one here.
He
That's
usually
why.
has to explain everything with me.
Look, like, the key to success is to find a lot of people who are far more intelligent than yourself and surround yourself around these people. This is why I have people. This is why I have you address my brother, who's a huge nerd when it comes to a lot of stuff in regards to nerdy stuff.
And then what about me?
You research well better than I do.
I always
See, I also have a friend that's a lawyer. I also have a friend that's a mechanic. I also have another friend that's
Then what's your strong suit?
a handyman. My strong suit?
Yeah.
Please. My strong suit is people genuinely don't entirely dislike being around me.
So apparently he's mooshing off of all of us.
I literally just mooch off of the greatness of everybody that's around me. Every
Well, for
single
me-
one. This includes all my followers that follow me on Twitch. You're all incredibly awesome.
Well,
That just
for me, like, you don't cave easily. You're stubborn, like, we'll get answers. I
those aren't
cave
positive traits. By the way.
Well, for me, you're stronger than that. For me, you handle stuff.
Oh
better.
yeah. Okay, so here's one positive thing about me. We managed to pretty much get the deal on for the house. But because I'm pretty much a dick, I made sure that the guy wound up selling us the house had to drop the price by almost 10 grand. At least from what they were planning to. Because I'm a jerk. I mean,
Yeah, I would have been cave.
it would have been about 6 grand. It would have been 6 grand, but then I made him drop it another 2 grand because he took so long. Oh, here we go. The reason why I'm calling certain art styles French girls is because of the famous Titanic quote, "Draw me, Mike, draw me like one of our French girls," where the male protagonist ends up drawing the heroine nude. Oh, now do you get damn fun? Meant to draw me like one of the French girls.
What?
See, he typed it in, but it came because he's using his phone right now, so it came out as "Draw me, Mike, one of our," as in the our French girls, but he meant to say "Draw me like one of your French girls."
I don't want you to draw me like a French girl.
And now I understand what his problem is. He's trying to find a portrait for a character on Wrath of the Righteous, but in the search engine there's a lot of nude pics
I'm not surprised.
that he's not interested in. It's like he's just after something of the art style that's similar to Wrath of the Righteous current art style.
A lot of people want to turn that stuff into perverts.
Unfortunately, yeah, there's more perverted in this art style than there is just knightly or really cool medieval looking characters and such. That's what I'm getting off of this. Now that he's finally explained what the whole Titanic thing. Alright. People say that you are deliberately trying the Queen Galfrey's patience. Is that true? Does it even matter? All of Mendevian high society has declared war on me. They either despise me or they're trying to steer me back onto the right path. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Canabras will bring. Darin grins from ear to ear. I shall either commission a song about the great Canabras fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order A batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week and they will be in every shop in the capital. The heroic dragon who died for our future deserves respect, not your mockery. She's dead. She doesn't really care. And I shall enjoy 3 or 4 minutes of rather pleasant thoughts about the rage of those sanctimonious fools who pestered me the most. Now I can easily find knights, but only in full armor. How am I supposed to build a character based on a helmet? That's a good point to make. Too bad. It really is. Like you can find... Alright, so you can find medieval knights, but you can't really find... Well, wait, hold on. Maybe you can find spellcasters. You just give up on the warrior and go full mage. And if you find a picture of or a portrait of a mage that's not casting any magic, you can also redouble that caster and as if they were a monk. Those are usually it though. I mean, maybe you could get some casters look like they could easily pass as an alchemist. But yeah, I've been trying that for days. Ouch. That sucks. Cause like, you gotta find somebody doing the proper art style. You can find just about anybody who's willing to draw a Dragon Ball Z character. Yeah. So how do you like your new role, advisor? Damon winces. You also enjoy poking me with that stick, don't you? Imagine it. Me, a crusader. If my dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson, she managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face. This idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's maws. I could have been on a pleasure boat right now, with the loveliest songstress and patax on my arm, and a bottle of the finest Chianti wine to keep us company. Incidentally, I blame you for all this. Damon lets out a sigh. Well, actually, I think Cousin Galfrey is to blame for everything that's happened to me, and I suppose some of my misdeeds could be considered my own fault, but I can hardly be expected to take responsibility, can I? Certainly not. Therefore I shall lay all of the blame at your door, and plot my revenge. He gives you an innocent smile. Did you also receive a fraction of that unusual power? Looks like it. I genuinely hoped that getting away from you would be the end of it. If your gift truly did come from Iomade, then giving me a smidgen of that power was a very subtle joke on her part. I had no idea that our divine Lightbringer of Mendev even had a sense of humor. Don't get me started on my many acts of sacrilege against her. That obscene engraving, the truth and the test of the Starstone, is the tamest one by far. Alright. I should go. Goodbye. Alright. Let's tell Leoder Hawkblade that the mission's set. I've talked to Daeron about the estate. He is going to celebrate his birthday at Heaven's Edge so we can go there as guests. A celebration? That is far from ideal. It will be rather inconvenient for me to conduct the investigation with all the guests around. Thank you nonetheless, Commander. When you decide to go to the estate, I will join you. I have to go. Oh, mysterious elf. Damn it, you again, soldier. Also arms. Yeah. Quartermaster gives you a friendly nod. What can I do for you? Your supply would do any wine shop proud. Does the crusade really need all this much alcohol? Wilser smiles shyly. Don't think I'm trying to encourage drunkenness among our crusaders. It's all in good fun, a way to blow off some steam. When soldiers gather by the fire and raise a cup to honor both the living and the dead, it reminds them that life goes on. But those who drink it to excess, or to the detriment of their duties, won't get a drop from me. There is no sight more depressing than a drunkard. I saw you talking to the girl hiding her face. Who was she and what did she want? I don't know, Commander. She never introduced herself. But I'd bet she's not part of our army. I know all our soldiers by name and by sight. Wilser frowns gloomily, his cordiality gone in an instant. She was looking for some elf volunteer. Wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. At first, I thought she was a messenger from Mendev. She definitely wasn't one of us. But now I see it all looks mighty shifty. The quartermaster eyes you with concern. She was some sort of spy then. I have to go. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Right. Where else did she go? I think we can go over here now. Where else?
We march ahead.
Need the rest of this stuff. So Queen Galfrey is not, in fact, among the Crusaders right now. Alright. Oh, there we go. Bardings. Change your barding. Alright. There's the rest. Let's see here. Huh? Oh no. Oh no. What's going on? No. Ah. Crap. I think the stream just died.
Died?
Oh. Let's see. No, it's still up. Sort of, maybe. Wait. Alright. Hold on. You hear me. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Probably not. Damn it. Yes, loud and clear. Okay. So I can be heard, but right now it's saying that the game is unresponsive. I'm not trying to shout, but still. This sucks. The problem I'm having right now is Wrath of the Righteous is not responding. I don't know if it will respond, so I don't want to try to like close it. Damn. What do I do now? Close it and restart everything? Try again? Hit this. Okay. How do I get this to work? Actually, there's no need for any of that. Damn. Alright. We'll have to close it and reopen. This sucks. GOG needs to update. Maybe that's what happened. Put on the intermission button. At least everybody has something semi-decent to look at while this is loading. All right. Hmm. 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 Yeah. All right, we're gonna try this again. Hopefully the game works just fine. Alright. Alright. So, with that out the way, let's try this again. Alright. With that out the way, I think I should be good to go. Alright. Of course, I have to talk to everybody, but obviously this time around I'm not gonna spend too much time with it.
It's a pity my name is Sozio Vanek. I have no doubt.
Yep.
I want to draw them.
We go through all
Now
this
it's my duty to
real
make sure-
quick.
Perhaps I went to war because here's where I'm most. Yes, I know that you are burdened.
Here's hoping that we don't have another scenario.
Together we stand.
Alright. I'm gonna try to give out the same answers as best I remember them. Refuse to say that one. And then there we go. We're done. Moving on. With any luck, this... Yeah, with any luck, this goes by just fine.
Let us press on.
Uh-oh. Just discovered a problem. Can you... Actually, no, I don't need to do this. Let me test the chat real quick. Testing chat. Okay, that's a problem. I can't, the chat overlay is not updating. I can't see what anybody's typing in the chat right now. Okay, this isn't the worst. I have a phone. Let me just turn that on. Go over to my stream. Again. Okay. Stand by for these technical difficulties to be addressed. I give up. I'll just use the portraits in the game. Well, I hope you can still enjoy the game, period. Let's see. Now I have to find out where did I put my passwords? Because I used a ridiculously long password I changed it to, and I didn't update my phone for that password either, so now it's just a real, like, if I didn't save it, I wouldn't get it. Alright, live. Okay. Where? Channel. Go to that. at best. Alright. Alright, I'm good to go. Maybe. Just maybe. Alright. I'll have to do. Now out the way. You go talk to Darren. Talk about Heaven's Edge. And that. Talk about how he's deliberately trying to piss off Galfrey. Bug him about the fact that he's now a Crusader. Ask him about the power. And that's it.
We march ahead.
Right. Gotta talk to the mysterious elf. Talk to Wilson Garms. Then we move.
Our path leads on.
Where else does the elf show up? I forgot.
I will guide us.
The perception check failed this time around. Oh well.
Godspeed. Let us press on.
I guess that's it then. I know there was a few more tents and whatnot I found, but whatever.
We march ahead.
Yeah, let's go. Where to now? Well, I think we're done. Leave. Let's see, who do we put in the party now? To be as good as we possibly can be. Hold on. Shiny Dagger, Finian. Unequipped Finian. Then I'll keep that. Oh, never mind. I'll take it off of him and give it to... what's her name? Alright. Is there anything I'm forgetting? No. Give you the... Dark Horn and the Marching Terror. Alright. Equip this. And we'll give Socio one of these slaves. Which one? Dark Horn or the Marching Terror? We'll go for the Marching Terror. Since he can equip heavy armor, I'll give him the half plate of vigor. Anything I'm forgetting or I'm missing? Oh wait, no, this is better. No. 10, 6 with a +2. Oh no, never mind. Anything else? Nope. I think that's it. Right, we're ready to go. Well, it should be, but there it is. What do I grab? Protection from evil. Communal. 3 casts of lesser restoration isn't that great, so go for 2 uses of that. With that, and another strength. That should be good. Yeah, this is fine. No, for the most part. Maybe not. Is this? And yeah, 2 uses of this. I think that's it. Alright.
Our path leads on.
Right. Is there anything? I gotta find someone to be the lockpicker. That's actually still in the party. 15. 11. Okay. Alright. Celia, you're on lockpicking duty. Alright. Taking out Woljeff. For Socio. Then starting out. Oops. For anything else, Mythic Powers, Socio, Domain Zealot. You can use the abilities of your domain as a swift action. Sure. Alright. Martyrs Arcarius Cemetery. Alright. An elderly man limps toward a grave and clumsily throws a handful of soil inside. How unfair. They were all so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves, and an old cripple like me still lives. Unfortunate. An elven woman with her face bathed in tears steps up to the grave. She whispers, "The painting. It burned like everything else in the house. There is nothing left for me to remember you by. Nothing." The young man throws a handful of soil into the open grave and stands beside it for a while, lost in thought. Finally, he sighs and steps back. Socio throws a handful of soil into the grave in front of him. He takes a breath and prepares to speak, but it seems that he simply cannot find the right words. The cleric wipes his tear-filled eyes, gathers his resolve, and says in a gentle voice, "I wish you a warm welcome in Shellen's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We'll banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. We'll make sure anything like this. He breaks into sobs mid-sentence, then falls silent without finishing his declaration. Thank you for everything you've done for us." Socio is too absorbed in his grief to hear you, but the other mourners nod in approval, wiping their teary eyes. "They were good people. I can't believe they're gone." What is that? An elven woman shrieks in horror, disrupting the atmosphere of silent mourning. Her trembling hand points at something moving inside the grave. Suddenly, a corpse climbs out of the ground, wafting a horrible stench from its rotting body. "It's a zombie! Run!" And so they go.
Wait, what's going on?
And some more face. Oh. So there was a funeral being held. Oh. So, and that's what you're talking about. Okay. So, for whatever reason, my interface is frozen, so I can't see the overlay when somebody chats. So I have this open just in case anybody types anything. Alright. Bunch of undead. Nothing I can't handle. It's just a single zombie. And then one behind me.
I dedicate my body to science.
Let's see. Alright. Alright. With a heavy heart. With a heavy heart, Celcio looks at the corpses of his friends, returned to rest by his own hand. What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? He bends down and recovers something from the ground. Take a look at this. Celcio hands off a black onyx gem to you. Once precious, this stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in your grip as you examine the engraved Minotaur's head, the unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists. Simply murdering my friends was not enough for them. No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. I'm sorry you had to go through this. These demon worshippers are everywhere. Now I understand why the Inquisitors of Cannabis became so paranoid. Wait, the townspeople fled the undead without not knowing they have a traitor among them. Wherever they are in great danger. We must find them. And on we go.
I will guide us.
This war must end.
Let's see. Mage armor on you. You. And
You require my unbiased opinion?
you. Oh, and on the horse. No, stop. Alright.
No reason to pause.
Should be good to go.
Godspeed.
Yeah, suffocating.
We will win this war.
Use this for trickery. And then here's hoping this works.
you need to.
Must be painful being nice to the nicest guy in the game. It's not painful. Come on. It's just nice. Alright. And you have yet to get to the part where he gets really nice with you. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright. A half-rotten corpse of a woman shambles out of the crypt. She leers at you with her empty eye sockets and croaks out a few words. Thank the gods, and thank you too. I knew this was going to happen someday. They buried me alive. Who are you? Baroness Ninel Bullard at your service. The dead woman bobs a clumsy curtsy, her legs barely supporting her. My estate is not too far from here. Let me assure you that all of you are always welcome there, assuming you are properly attired. I hate to break it to you, but you're actually dead. How dare you? What utter foolishness. Do I look like a corpse to you? No, no, no. You forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such things to the dead Baroness wags her finger at you in a chastising manner, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in horror. What? How? This simply cannot be. I shan't permit it. I'm afraid it's true. I am truly sorry. This graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems that he disturbed your rest as well. The dead woman covers her face with what remains of her decaying hands. So, I died, but even in death the accursed servants of the abyss torment me? Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest? I quite enjoyed my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. How did you awaken? Do you remember anything? Allow me a moment to think. Seems like it, yes. Indeed, I awoke because I heard a voice. They were reciting poetry or prayer, perhaps. I suppose those were spells then? It must have been your thrice-damned necromancer. Would you like to pass along any words of comfort to your friends or family while you're here? That good-for-nothing band of hangers-on? Most certainly not, thank you very much. I am reasonably confident that they have already brought my estate to ruin and squandered the fortune I bequeathed to them. They will have to do without my missives. Spare us both that indignity and embarrassment. You see, I would still be in the company of those I truly care for were it not for your discourteous sorcerer and his parlor tricks. Lay the undead to rest. Rest in peace. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion where I am going anyway. And down she goes. Receive golden chain with diamonds. Just something to sell.
Let us press on.
Mobility.
A mongrel did it.
Loot.
Thanks, Lamb. You're so awesome, Lamb. Yet another obstacle.
Alright. What horror. I can barely catch my breath. Thank you for saving our lives. The usual words of thanks.
We
Right.
march ahead.
Let's see.
I will not falter.
I will help where I can.
You charge. Your horse charges too. Go.
The logic is logical.
Honestly, they're making pretty good work of these guys. Right, looks like they're waiting for us. There's a whole squad of undead guarding that door. Maybe we should look for another entrance. Nah. Well, I would say that, but yeah, let's do that.
Our path leads on.
We do want to save this guy if we can, though.
Together, we stand.
Charge the zombie lord.
Our time has come.
I suppose you can charge too. Nope. Alright, just
Do not
attack.
For debates.
Nope.
I will guide us.
Athletics. Easy enough. I think I'll use that one Kingmaker Tiefling portrait. Or maybe that Noble Elf portrait. I mean, why the fudge not, right? Right! You already were fine with using Ragongar. Might as well go for one of the other ones, too. Especially if it's one of the custom character options. Alright, we're gonna save. See if I can take this lock. Let's see how long this takes.
Rely on me.
Game design.
This was simple enough.
Alright. I guess the joke ended.
Godspeed.
Climb up here. I don't think... Yeah, oh yeah, it's using Milkshake. Shit. His athletics is a plus 15. Or her athletics. Wait, so Lan's their best mobility check, and the horse is our best athletics check. Yup. It's literally the best athletics check. Alrighty. With no armor check penalty on light armor either. Mono saved. Where are you? What do you want? All you have to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith, you can do it. Don't you dare. Get away from them. And in cutscene, he charges in. Kills 1, 2, and then deals with 2 undead as well. Oh, no, Ragongar's portrait is accurate, that's why I use it. Fair enough. Then of your blasphemous magic, I won't let you harm the living or the dead anymore. You think I need your permission? Hey, you bumebag, stand up and kill. That's the spirit. Or lack thereof.
We won't fall here. I swear it.
Well, if you swear it, then I guess it's true. We're gonna close that up so I don't have to keep clicking past him. Sela, you don't have any spells I would want you to cast right now. You only have that. Smite Evil on the Necromancer. No.
Begone, fiend!
No, you don't say begone, fiend. Use... He has an ability. This one, Divine Fortune. Should last a while. And... Ninio can cast... this right here. Create Pit. Unless there's any other spell I want to cast. Nope, Create Pit. Let's see, you, anything you want to cast? Scorching Ray. You just keep.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
You just shoot. You. Yeah, you already cast it. So, maybe not that. Maybe you cast this. No. Grant. All right. Whereas the two portraits I mentioned are inaccurate, they don't match any of the playable archetypes outside of being nobles. Either. Yeah. What's he doing? Jump, damage undead. Oh. Down he goes again. Alright, hold on. Let me read what you said here. Whereas the portraits outside being nobles, and even then you don't get an outfit that matches what they wear. At which point my question is, what is the goddamn point? I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I get it. Outside of Ragongar, no one's really wearing the class outfit. Oh, okay, maybe Jubilost is wearing the alchemist thing. I'll give Jubilost... Oh, okay, no. Jubilost. Ragongar... I think Lindsay and... Who else? Oh, Ikundayo. Ikun for decent folk. They're all wearing outfits that are in their portraits that are close to their classes. There's the one blonde elf archer. She can work for either a fighter or an archer. There's Keston. Looks like he would be. Keston's portrait looks good. I guess we can look over the portraits like after this. See what and like brainstorm something. All right, hold on. I surrender. Stop. I give up. Don't hit me. The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You damned rat. How dare you? Suddenly, Socio becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists, while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag, I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then oh, I don't even know what I'm going to do to you. Stop it. I surrender. Socio ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood but continues, fighting past the wild blows to his increasingly bruised and busted face. You are a priest of Shelyn. I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Do you know each other? I could use Ekon's portrait, but then I'd have to be human and black. And no, according to Irabeth Tirabade, being black ain't really that much of a difference from any other human in the world of Golarion. Now, if you were black and a half-orc apparently, or a tiefling, then it would matter. No offense, I'm brown. I genuinely can't really care too much when the subject matter is playing character portrait, and you have an idea on what you want your character to look at or look like. It's like, okay, I'm sorry, Atrocious, I'm not that sensitive, I suppose. Some people are. And to them, I would recommend not purposely clicking on a channel that is marked as mature. But, okay, to each their own. Some people will, and then be surprised that there's insensitive behavior between the chats and such. Don't get me wrong. Don't run around saying like kill all humans. Please don't do that. That's racist. Okay. Actually, there isn't really. There's like one good archer. Again, after this. Alright, let's see. We know each other? We do. That's Nardi, a tailor's apprentice from Canabras. We healed him after he was mauled by a dog. Then he became a frequent visitor to our temple. He listened attentively to our sermons, studied the goddess's teachings, and praised our art. Socio grits his teeth. Were you lying to our faces the whole time? When we took you in? When you sat at our table? When we broke bread with you? Were you planning to stab us in the back even then? The whole time. Now you understand part of it. Let's dig into the rest. The cultist curves his bloodied lips into an evil sneer. I was hoping to lure you to our side. It wouldn't have been hard. We are everywhere, even inside you. I think you know it too. You are not like all those pious devotees. You pretended to be, and maybe you fooled yourself, but we both see who you really are. You have the same demonic rage inside you. It's a pity I never had time to kindle it into a devouring flame. But sometimes you have to resort to a backup plan. Having you die at the hands of your dead friends was such a good idea. It's a pity it didn't work. Shut up. Socio swings his fist but stops it in midair. His clenched fist trembles as he stares at the cultist with an expression of pure hatred. How is kill all humans racist? It's literally hating all human races equally. Well, if you're hating on all humans equally and you are a orc or an elf, or a dwarf, or anything that's not human, well then, sir, that counts as racist. Or a halfling, or a gnome, and the list goes on. It's a little iffy if you're like half human or half orc, because chances are if you probably hate all humans, you probably hate all orcs and all elves as well. So it's like, it's hard to really... That one's a little of a blurred gray area. Right, continue. You want to kill me, right? Don't you? But you can't. You're a good boy, Socio. So loyal to your goddess. You'll have to let me go or commit a sin. So I win either way. Witness the genius of our Lord Baphomet. Ha ha. Is he telling the truth? Your religion doesn't allow you to kill him? Yes. The Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. It's one thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive, you must try to save their soul, to show them the beauty of the world, persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It's difficult, but the world is better for it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Socio. Try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shelyn for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. The cultist smirks impudently. Do you really believe that even this scum deserves a chance at redemption? I don't know. May Shelyn forgive me, but I have never had to struggle with this burden before. He looks at the cultist with visible disgust. I had no time to try healing the souls of villains. I was always preoccupied with healing the bodies of those hurt by them. The cleric looks up at the sky. Forgive me, Eternal Rose. You teach us to be merciful to our enemies and love them, but I am too weak, I'm afraid. Grant me absolution from this sin, for this kind of love is beyond me. Right. And we'll go. Right. Now obviously, I'm gonna do the good thing to say. Good. Stop, Socio. It's not worth breaking your goddess's vows because of filth like him. Socio looks at the battered necromancer's face, then at his bloodied hands in disgust. He slowly lowers and unclenches his fists. Thank you for stopping me. I almost broke my vows because of this. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace, but I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. Socio wipes the necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away from him. You are the commander, and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. The cultist turns out his pockets. Scroll of fine traps. Meh. What do you think I should do to him? Socio stares at the cultist, then through clenched teeth utters, I have no right to decide whether he should live or die. You are in charge here. Alright. Let's see. I will set him free. Get out of my sight. Socio looks at you in surprise, then turns to watch the cultist flee into the distance. I didn't expect that from you. You do realize that he'll immediately resume his evil deeds, don't you? Still, you are the commander. I must accept your decision. Would you even know it was the good option if you were in immersive mode? What, telling him to stop? Of course! I'm just that good a guy. No. Okay, no. I wouldn't know, because, like, I've played the game over. I played through the game once, but that doesn't mean I remember every decision I made. So if I went into another replay in immersive mode, I literally would have no idea where my alignment was going for any of the decisions. Right. In dialogue. Socio examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It's all right. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the fallen undead. But Socio's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, Socio bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war.
Let us press on.
So we just go over here, right? Yeah. Few says gonna say some stuff, but let's just go. Oh wait, you know what? No. Let's loot the rest of this area. I'm a greedy little jackass. Why not? Those undead are gone now, right?
Defeat is not an option.
No, they're still there. They are still there. Cutscenes be damned.
Hold on.
Defeat.
Just a little more.
Defeated the freaking boss my ass. You two, heal. That's good.
Guide my blade.
The undead are still there. Just open the front door. They probably all would have died if I did that. But I can only guess. Alright, now let's go. Ah, you remembered. Well, I tried to. Well, look good it did me. Alright. Like I said, try to. Okay. See what's going on with you guys. Crusader army. Oh yeah, all the recruits. Go over to there. What is it? Buy resources? No. What we're trying to do here is go to the Crusader army and not skip time. Group manager. Changing the group. No. Okay. How do... Oh, here. This little dot right here. Alright. Assign general. Recruit a new general. Alright. I want to do this before anything else. Before they even go into their first battle. Now, abilities aside, the only thing to really go for is Master of Maneuver before anything else. So we are recruiting Setsuna Sha. And there we go. Now with that out the way. Let's go on. Random person on the road. Oh, it's not a random person. The magical anomalies are common in the world of Golarion. So common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively, they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the West Selen River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon his back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait, and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There he decides to... Let me see. You convinced Calfrey, Queen of Mendev, to join your march on Dresden. Look around. Alright. No, he decides to address the soldiers and boost their morale. I just need a 3. Come on. You can do it, Mendel. Yes. Did it. Establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground, and his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements is on one side of the scales, the soldier's faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the world wound has ended in their favor. Morale gone up by 10. Alright. Let's save. Now, I said we were going to take a look at those portraits. And so we shall. After all, we're only it's close to the closing time anyway. Alright, new game. Main, doesn't matter. Custom character, obviously. And we go. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is pick apart like which portrait could be established with which class. We'll start with the Kingmaker characters first and move up from there. So like we already said, Ragangar actually has the Magus character outfit. You can say the same for Tristian. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think he has the Sorcerer outfit. Oh, wait. If I change that purple... Never mind. Yeah, Tartuccio matches his sorcerer outfit. So you go for him too. See Octavia, the wizard. Yeah. Alright, so Octavia matches her class. Then Lindsay the bard. Though I'm pretty sure it's a yes. Yeah, it's like just ordinary clothes. Any portrait you pick that someone's wearing clothes, you can pick a bard. Now, the Elementalist, good luck finding someone that matches the Elementalist. I'm sorry, the Kineticist. Like, this is a pretty one and done only portrait. Trying to find someone that has an outfit for the Kineticist is, outside of these two, you're kind of screwed. Let's see. Aram the Cleric. If you made a Cleric, you wouldn't even look like Harem. Oh, wait. If I made it black... No, he's wearing too much armor for that. Nah. Fighters. Nah, single fighter looks like their portrait because all the fighters are wearing armor in their portraits. Let's see. Jayfall does not look like an actual Inquisitor. At least I don't think so. Pick Inquisitor. Oh. If you pick Jayfall, she's a Dampier. But that fits actually. Let's see if it went all the way. Oh, fucking hell, hurry up. I'm just trying to get to bottom. Where the hell is it? There we go. Alright, so if we take off the headgear, is this outfit close to... no. Take off backpack and headgear. Oh god. Well, that cape is still there. But if you got rid of the cape, this does actually look pretty close to the Inquisitor. So, yeah, you could use her portrait. And we already established that Kundayo's is accurate. Then moving from there, could you use the other characters? I don't think you can use this guy. Maybe this guy. Druid, maybe? Oh, for crying out loud. Hold on. Alright. If we pick this, and then pick Druid. Yeah. Surprised that was supposed to be a human. Looks like a dwarf. Alright. I got no idea. No class comes to mind for what to establish. Same for Maker Varn. Same for this guy. Or Keston. Now, Casil Aldori, I guess the closest you could get to using the fighter outfit, and even then it's not too accurate. I will not play a character with tits. Okay. Well, you can always play Jihad. Because of his plain outfit, you can actually get away with a lot. You could play him as either, well, no, not a bard. Too flashy. It doesn't look like a cleric either. Although if you did change all the colorings to be the same, you might get away with making him into a cleric, like he's supposed to be. He's wearing too much for the monk to work. Maybe the... oh yeah, the druid. Yeah, if you pick this and pick the druid class, you'd be good to go. Cavalier. No one has an outfit that matches this. No portrait looks close to the Cavalier's outfit. You're screwed. Now, the hunter maybe. Can I assess again? No. Magus is Ragongar. It's the only one I've seen. Oracle, nobody. Oh, hold on. That's not true. Decent barbarian. Wait, is this the barbarian? No. What's the closest for barbarian to this? The hunter maybe? No, doesn't have a shirt. Monk. Nope. Ranger. Again, no. And anyone fits for rogue. Shaman. Shaman's a no. Skald. There we go. Well, no. He still has a shirt. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to be a cleric of Erastil? It's hard enough doing 3 stats of 4. I forget it. Wait, what makes the cleric of Erastil need 4 stats? I thought you're still a cleric. Right. Slayer? No. Sorcerer, no. War Priest, no. Witch, nope. And definitely not Wizard. Alright, sadly, there is no outfit for this guy. There's a few for this guy. These are just plain clothes. The Wizard's easy enough. Same for this. No outfits for you. And I think this one was the Skull. Hey, you can throw the Skull and this guy in the same boat. I think you're trying to be too literal. Well, if I don't try to be literal, it becomes easy to find a class for every portrait. Like, pick a class and I can pick a portrait that easily can work if I'm not trying to be too literal. Like, pick this and like any spellcaster class can technically work with this guy. This is any single dex-based character that's a half-orc. Clerics can only raise up 3 to 3 stats, which will be either strength or dex, followed by wisdom and charisma. I'm not seeing the difficulty. Yeah, you'll probably have to, like, if one of the 4 stats takes a nosedive, I'd say charisma would be the one to, you know, take the hit. Like, as a cleric of Erastil, prioritize dex, give strength so that your composite bows can actually deal some damage or some extra damage, and then wisdom. And charisma is the last one on the totem pole, because if you're focusing on shooting targets far away, then Erastil, since he's the bow god, you need both strength and dex, followed by wisdom and charisma. Yeah, I know, but like I'm saying, since you're trying to fight at a range, most allies aren't going to be near you when you use your channel divinity. So there's not going to be a lot of chances to heal using your channel positive energy. So charisma doesn't have to be the biggest priority. Wisdom can take a priority, but not as much as dex and strength, because again, you're a cleric of Erastil. The majority of this is shooting with your bow. If you're going for an archer, though, that can also work. You can pick this. You can pick this guy. Let's see, a bowman. This is the easiest, most obvious choice for an archer. If you're going for archers. Let me think. So it's this guy. You can use a Kundayo, but if you said no to Ekun, let me see. Is there any other archer? Oh, there's her, but you said you refused to play female. You refused for your avatar to be a female character. Okay. This guy is using a crossbow, so I'm not really sure how well that tracks. But you don't need. But if you're trying not to be too literal, you can go for anything that's close to just being either a cleric, an archer, or just an everyman, like just some dude. Let's see. This guy is clearly showing what he's about. You could technically use this guy, because all clerics use at least use medium armor. This is clearly heavy armor, but use your imagination. Maybe it's half plate. Oh wait, no, half plate is heavy armor in this game. Never mind. Let's see, who else we got? He doesn't look like a follower of Erastil. Can always use Horgisk Worm. There you go. Aside from, well, I can't use a Rastal for this guy. This guy's clearly something else. Technically, this guy could also be a cleric of Erastil. Honestly, crossbows would be good if they received the same perks they do in 5th edition. Perks? You mean the crossbow feat? That's the crossbow expert feat. A crossbow on their own, they don't get perks. They get detriments, left, right, and center. Actually, that's something. Just realized. You, as a slayer, tiefling. Which one gives dex? Sure. Now, there is something I would like to think of. Hold on. Huh. Weird. Okay. But like I said, there was something I wanted to think up. There. Stealth and knowledge wall. Fine. Persuasion. Alright, so weapon focus. There is a weapon you should be able to get here. Not the spike shield. Where is it? Ah, heavy repeating crossbow. Here it is. Oh, it's an exotic weapon. Alright, hold on. Maybe if you had the perks of an exotic weapon, you might be in a better shape. So back. Whatever, pick this guy. You know what, we can actually stick with the tiefling. I'm just gonna change it from slayer to fighter. Just plain old fighter. Which one did I pick? Daemon Spawn. Let's see, none. Because none of them get anything too fancy. Still persuasion. We can remove ability, and we'll give knowledge world. Because why not? But more importantly than that, I do want to get the repeating crossbow. It's not an available feat yet, so we'll go up and say no to this, but then exotic weapon proficiency. What? Wait a minute. So it's not an exotic weapon. I just can't have it. Base attack class. No. Efficiency. Oh, that wasn't it. I picked fighter because, you know, fighters get a free feat. So I was going to just pick the feat and then the fighter feat. But it's like, apparently, it's not even here. It should be listed among exotic weapons. Or at the very least, I should be able to just pick it up here. Why am I not able to pick up the repeating crossbow? Whatever. Alright, well, I'll worry about this some other time. Thank you to everyone who stopped by in this playthrough of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. And until then, please, take care.